I am joined now by the Mayor of Brantford, Kevin Davis. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for being with us today. I think it is safe to say the Gretzkys put Brantford on the map. How big of a loss is this for the city, and what are your thoughts today on the passing of Mr. Gretzky?
Well, I mean, for the rest of the country, Walter was a very iconic sport figure, Canada's famous hockey father. But for us here in Brantford, yeah, he was a beloved citizen to the extent that he was our Lord Mayor and the only person in our history that's ever been the Lord Mayor, the highest honor we can bestow onto a citizen. And we did it not because of his contribution to sport. We did it because of his dedication to our community. And, everybody, almost everybody in Brantford who's been here more than a decade, well, we'll have a story about Walter. And the stories that we have about him are the Walter that we knew. And sure, that he was a great minor hockey sports coach and had a real interest in sports all through his life, in particular helping young kids in sport. But we knew him here in town as an excellent ambassador for our community, a real true neighbor, because he continued to live in the home that Wayne grew up in. He would not move, he and his wife Phyllis. And he would, up until before he became ill, he would actually shovel his neighbors' walks in the winter. I mean, that's the kind of neighbor he was. You'd go to an event, if you had a charitable event and you wanted Walter there, you just ask and he would show up. And people loved him at those events. He was very friendly. He would sing songs. He would tell stories. He would sign autographs for hours on end. And it would make time for everyone and make them feel really comfortable. So he was a great role model for us, a great mentor, neighbor, ambassador. And so, we loved him.
Yeah, I know it's a hard day. And, as you talk about him staying in the community, it's pretty amazing. And I'm sure it's not lost on a lot of us that I'm sure his son would have loved to move him down to the States or buy him a big fancy house somewhere, but he wanted to stay in his home. And that really spoke to the person he was at heart, in his core. Can you tell us about the relationship that you know of between Walter Gretzky and Wayne Gretzky, that father and son bond?
Well, I think we all know those stories. Going back to the family video of Wayne tottering across the backyard rink when he was very young. And he instilled in Wayne a great work ethic, probably, and also he was, as Wayne acknowledges, his first coach. And much of the success Wayne's had in professional sports, he attributes much of it to his father, and for good reason.
How will he be remembered by the people of Brantford, Mr. Mayor?
Well, as I said, we'll remember him for what he was, and not for what he was to the hockey world, but for what he was to our community.
Thank you so much for being with us this morning and sharing your thoughts on, again, this just titan in the community. Mayor Kevin Davis from Brantford. Take care.
Thank you.